I'm at Black Kite Coffee in the Old West End having a cup of coffee, why not, with a new friend. First of all, look at this ridiculous size of coffee mug. Shana Lee is here. She's a local food blogger, and we're just sort of chatting at one of your favorite places. You're from the Old West End, you live here, and Black Kite, I asked you, where did you want to do this sit-down interview? You said Black Kite. So first of all, thanks for doing this, and tell me why you wanted to be here.
I just thought it would be important to pick, an establishment right in my community where I grew up. They've been here for a very long time, and I just love visiting here all the time.
You're a food blogger in Toledo. How does one go about becoming a food blogger?
Actually, for me, it kind of happened by accident. Well, not by accident, but I just kind of happened upon it. Back in Atlanta, which is where I started my food blog, I would attend a lot of events just because I was, wanting to be, just expose myself to different cultures and different things. And people say, you should write about it. You go to a lot of cool places, you should definitely write about it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I might write about it. And then, I started writing and not being too serious. And then I got a couple, cool opportunities, and, then I wanted more. So every time I would travel, I would go to different eateries, different coffee shops. Plus I cook at home, so I do a lot of recipes also on my blog too.
When did you start it back up here in Toledo?
I would say about 2 years ago. I was back in Toledo helping my parents out with my grandmother, and I was like, okay, so I need to reacquaint myself with Toledo because I hadn't been here for this long period of time. Mm-hmm. And I was so excited to see the different restaurants and breweries and distilleries that have popped up. I was really excited.
I ran into you at the chef's table dinner at Brim House, where we have this southern chef, Chef Rigaud, who comes up here and brings this southern flair to Toledo. And I love events like that where you're trying this amazing food. I mean, you don't have to be in Chicago or Detroit or Cleveland or New York, whatever. You can be in Toledo. What's your favorite part about bouncing around and trying different foods?
That's my favorite part.
That's it, trying the food?
Bouncing around and hey, what's this over here? Oh, what's this place? And also telling other people about it. Yeah. Especially the places that have been here for so long that no one's familiar with. This has been a couple places, and I asked my dad, have you heard of this place? He was like, no. I was like, it's been here 40 years. He was like, really? Just experiencing different foods. That's just really the fun of it. And then also meeting some of the chefs. I love that,
Yeah, there are so many great chefs here. And, going back to the culture thing you mentioned about traveling and trying different places, we're kind of like that around here too, because everybody who grows up, whether you're in the Old West End or maybe somewhere in the suburbs or East Side or other parts of Toledo, it's like everybody has their own little places that maybe have been there for 50 years, but I don't know about it because I don't live in that area. And then you get to meet, those people and find out their traditions. So I think it's really cool to have so many places around here that have these little communities within our larger Northwest Ohio community. What are you going with here today?
Well, I chose today the Ohio Honey Lavender Latte, and I have it with oat milk. Oat milk is kind of like my favorite milk alternative right now.
So if you were, let's do a demonstration here. If you were blogging today, you get this drink. What's your process? What do you go through?
I come in, I kind of get a feel. If I come in and the barista told me a story, or or there's another customer in there, we had a good conversation. I kind of draw off the total experience, so it's just different every time. Today I stopped by Black Kite Coffee for a midweek pick-me-up. I ordered their signature espresso beverage, the Ohio Honey Lavender Latte. It's the perfect choice to balance your senses on a busy day. The Ohio Honey Lavender Latte is sweet, subtle, and absolutely dreamy. It's a warm embrace in the heart of the Old West End.
What's the key? Because I struggle with this sometimes, and my coworkers point out, they're like, your food pictures aren't always the best. So what's the key to a great picture, maybe for a drink? I mean, coffee, it's kind of easy here because they do the coffee art on top. But a key to a great picture of food?
Good lighting.
So good lighting. And then do you do post-production on it through Photoshop and stuff?
Yes, I do a little tweaking here and there. Sometimes I run it by my daughter because she's a real critiquer.
Yeah, she's got an eye for it, huh?
She's like, no, that's not good.
I found you through Instagram, but where can people find you other than Instagram?
I'm also on Twitter at Shana _was _here. And then also on Facebook at Shana Was Here. And then my blog, shanawashere.com.
What advice do you have for people that, you know, want to be food bloggers or get out and maybe just adventure more, especially in this time that we're living in where it's a little bit difficult to do this? What's your advice to sort of get out there and still celebrate local food?
Be adventurous, you know. Get out there and ask the chef there or ask, you know, the people at the restaurant what's their favorite. And it might be your new favorite. You never know.